Hi guys, welcome back to another product review. I do have a quick disclaimer about this one. I was actually given this as a Christmas gift from a relative, and for some reason I just haven't got time round to basically practice in it or do anything within it. So I thought I'd just give it a first impressions as always. And if any of you have followed me for a while, you may notice that I do actually quite a lot of product reviews when and if I can. I actually thoroughly enjoy them. So if I could do more of them, that'd be fabulous. But obviously I need to dedicate the time to be able to do this. So there's going to be a bit of a theme with this one. If some of you have watched it, I have a video of me going to Walsey. I hope I pronounce it right. I don't even know if I pronounce it right in the video, but to be honest, I don't think you could really hear me anyway in the video. I went there for a little day trip, just for a couple of hours, just to get out of the house, just on my day off. And I did a few sketches. So I've decided to try out this sketchbook with some oil paints and some watercolours, because that would be the natural next process of these sketches that I've done whilst I was at the beach. So I'll just quickly show you them. I also have done a review of this sketchbook. As always, I'll leave everything in the description box below if you want to check it out. So this was with watercolour pens. So not gonna lie, the watercolour pens that I had were not true to life to what I could actually physically see, because the colours were very, very muted and like a very beige colour. So I did my best to try and work out the landscape without overpowering the colours. However, saying that, I really like the fact that they've been illuminated and that the colours have just been drawn back into it. And it's just been a really nice expression of, okay, I want to get the marks out, I want to get the kind of scene, and the fact that it was very windy, it was very territorial, the terrain of it was very in and out, and you can actually see from miles ahead because it was a low tide basically, so you could walk for miles probably. Wouldn't be safe, would not be safe, so I wouldn't recommend that, but I just wanted to get this aura of it just being huge out there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start doing a oil pastel drawing in this sketchbook. So why oil pastels, you say? I don't think I can achieve what I wanted to achieve from the images and the two drawings that I did with pencil. Yeah, I could get a good understanding of it, but I want to move this process further along. I could use pencil as a warm-up drawing, as always, but I feel like if I just go head first into this, I feel like it's going to be a good mixture of trying to work things out, but also giving the sketchbook a run for its money basically. So we're going to start off with the very obvious before I start doing all the little bits of drawings. So this is from Mont Marte. I'm just not very good at pronouncing anything, so if I do say it wrong, I do apologise, as always. It is A3 size. It's got a lovely, like a snake skin top on it, which makes it feel dead fancy than the usual Powerland sketchbooks that I normally get. This is classified as a sketching journal, or you can just kind of use it as a sketchbook like I do. There isn't much other information on the sketchbook other than what is already stated, so you'll probably have to go do a bit of research. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be a good sketchbook for any other types of mediums. I definitely know it wouldn't be very good for oil paints, because any type of oil paint that you use, the oil will always seep into the paper, so that's where you have to either use canvas or some sort of oil paint paper specific for oil painting. I'm not an expert either, I just have a good few years of experience, not as much as most people, but there are some things that I've picked up on because I've made so many mistakes when it comes to using mediums and sketchbooks. For my benefit, I've flipped the sketchbook around because the little flappy bit, should we say, the arm of the sketchbook, my desk is right next to the window and it basically gets in the way. So the choice of oil paints, if any of you want to know, is Pentel Art Oil Pastels. Again, I have a review of this, I'll leave in the description box. Basically, they're really good if you want to know anything about it for the price that I paid. Can't quite remember all the details, but definitely a staple. And I'm not really like a massive fan of oil pastels, as in I don't tend to grab or reach for them as every time I do a piece of artwork, but they're always handy to have on because one, they're quite small, and two, they're very good at me branching out from a drawing painting section. Okay, so I think I'm going to try and go for the same colour scheme, so lots of browns and yellows and oranges. Be interesting how I do this sky. See, this is one of the things I have a problem with when it comes to working with colour. I love this colour. It's a very turquoisey, well, blue basically, but it's not in the actual painting. But in my head I'm like, oh yeah, but you can put a little bit in, and before I know it the whole painting is that colour blue, despite it being not that colour blue. Put some greys in. Some more versions of brown. I've also got white. Okay, I think I'll keep it like that. I don't want to put a black in it, no matter how hard it is, because it is a lovely contrast. I want it to feel realistic. So I'm just going to sit back, relax, just basically have a bit of fun, really. There's nothing more to it. I think I'll try and go for the square approach again because I'm going off my sketchbooks. Lovely feeling to drag oil pastel over, and what is nice, I'm being very delicate with some parts and it's still coming up and catching on the paper, whereas I can be quite harsh on it. I want these structures to blend in because I don't want them to become the main focus. because it's further away, these bits come more defined. that okay? So just gonna blend out some of these bits. Okay, so actually a really lovely texture to use oil pastels on. I did have a bit of a problem with as far as I'm aware, I didn't have any problems with this. I have gone a little bit central and not as neat, but it's one of those things I like to have more space around it, because then when I frame it, it'll be really nice and secluded within its own space. A bit like when I do the Iceland oil pastel drawings. I need to get over this oil paints and oil pastels because I just keep on repeating the wrong words and it's just not very good. But yeah, really like it actually for an oil pastel. So I'm just going to quickly write my initials on here. It's the 18th of February, but you're probably watching this a good couple of weeks afterwards. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a good sketchbook to draw on and it feels proper professional. I don't know how many pages I've got in here, but it seems quite a lot, and I'll quickly show you how thick the paper is. So it's quite a decent wedge, so I can imagine if you did draw or do something quite dark on the other side, it wouldn't show through completely, but you'll get a dark aura about it, because with this one, this is quite light, but you can't really see it from my perspective anyway. And I did press quite hard, so there is that. It's just nice to be able to get around to this, to actually doing first impressions of the sketchbook. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this little first impressions of this sketchbook, plus me carrying on a bit of drawing sketchbook thing, should we say. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and see more videos like this. And don't forget to also check out my links in my description box, also my P.s As account, which is where I sell all my artworks I feature on my channel, plus a couple of extras. There's also a PayPal donation page. If you'd like to make a donation, it would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you guys again, and I shall see you guys later. Bye!